Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to this week's lesson. Okay, let's look at where we left off last week. Okay, last week during our online class, we asked you to do this homework. Partition the following numbers according to place value and digit value. Now, digit means you have to write the numbers or the numerals. Place value, you have to write the words, perkataan. Okay, let's look at A first. Okay, partition or cerakinkan according to the digit value. So we start from the first number. Now this 4 here is 4 million. Why? Because there are 6 numbers behind it. Okay, so we have 6 zeros behind 4 to make it 4 million. And then moving on, we have 2. This is 20,000. And then 1 is 1,000. 6 is 6. All the zeros there, you don't have to do it. Okay, you can just ignore the zeros. Well, for place value, we have to write the words. So 4, the place value is millions with S, plus 2, the place value of 2 is 10,000s. For 6, the place value is ones, so we write ones. So 4 millions plus 2 10,000s plus 6 ones. Okay, let's look at B. Let's do digit value first. So you write the numbers. So again, the one in front, 5, is 5 million with 6 zeros. Remember, there are 6 zeros in a million. 6 sifar dalam 1 juta. 6 kosong. And then the second one is 9. This is 900,000. 4 is 4,000. 107. Okay, we do it in place value with the words 5. The place value is millions with S. 9. The place value is 100,000s. And the 4 is thousands. The 1 is hundreds. And the 7 is ones. Okay, for C, digit value, 6 will be 6 million with 6 zeros. 1, the second number 1 is 100,000. This 7 here is 700. The 5 here is 50. Okay, doing it in place value, 6 millions with S. For place value, you have to put S. 1, this place value is 100 thousands. And then for 7 will be hundreds. And for 5, this one will be tens. Okay, let's move on to rounding off numbers. Okay, look at the first one. We have to round off to the nearest 10,000. Okay, so what we do is we write down 10,000. Okay, this is 10,000, right? And what I do is I divide it by 2. Okay, I divide it by 2, bagi 2. So when we divide it by 2, we get 5,000. Now this 5,000 here has 4 digits. Can you see there are 4 digits here? 1, 2, 3, 4. And this will be the middle number. Okay, this will be a middle number. Now why is this important? Okay, first, it has 4 digits, 4 angka. The second one, this is the middle number, nombor tengah. Okay, now we look at the question again. Question A, 7,514,039. Okay, let's look at the first one, 4 digits. So we look at the 4 digits behind. Tengok 4 angka belakang, 4 digits behind. So we have 4,039. The second one, we have to look at this number. Is it more than 5,000? Okay, the 5,000 here is right in the middle. Is it more or less? The answer is less. Okay, less. So when this 4,000 is lesser, we do not do anything. Okay, we just copy the front number, and then the last 4 numbers we just change to 0. So this is your nearest 10,000. Okay, so this is your nearest 10,000. So I write here 7,510,000. Okay, now what about the second one? Nearest 100,000. Now 100,000 look like this. Okay, ini 100,000. Then what I do is, again, I divide it by 2. Saya bagi 2. So saya dapat 50,000. Okay, I get 50,000. Okay, so this 50,000 tells us that there are 5 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, first thing, ada 5 angka. Second thing, nombor tengah dia ialah, the middle number is 50,000. Okay, so let's look at the question. Again, using the same number in A, 7,514,039. Okay, first thing, look at the 5 digits behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 5 digits. And then we compare it with this. Is it more or less than 50,000? The answer is less. Okay, 14,000 ni lebih kurang daripada 50,000. So when it's lebih kurang, you just copy the first 2 numbers, and then all the other 5 digits you just change to 0. So the answer is 7,500,000. Okay, this is for the nearest 100,000. Okay, let's look at the third one, nearest million. Okay, juta yang terdekat. Now, how does juta looks like? There are 6 zeros, 6 sifar. Okay, same thing, I divide it by 2, I get 500,000. So 2 things here. The first one is there are how many digits? There are 6 digits, 4 angka. The second thing, we have to compare the numbers with 500,000. Okay, what's the question? You look at A, the question is 7,514,039. Okay, we compare it with the last 6 digits. Gariskan 6 angka yang belakang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now we compare it. Is it more or less than 500,000? The answer is more than. Alright, 514,000 is more than. So when it is more than, we have to plus 1 to the number in front. So 7 plus 1 is 8. All the other 6 numbers, we change it to 0. So the answer is 8 million. Okay, 8 million. Alright, this is how you do rounding off numbers. Bundarkan nombor. Okay, before we continue to question B, why don't you pause the video first and try this out yourself, okay? Pause video dulu, cuba buat yang ni. Try the nearest 10,000, 100,000 and million. Pause the video first and then you check your answer by playing the video. Okay, so have you done it? Okay, pause it now and then we continue. Okay, now for this number again, the first one is nearest 10,000. So I write down 10,000. I divide it by 2. I get 5,000. So 5,000 will tell you that there are 4 digits and you compare with this number. Okay, so for B, the question is 3,962,750. We compare the last 4 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, with 5,000. Is it more or less? The answer is less than 5,000. So less than 5,000, you don't have to plus 1. You just copy the number in front, change all the 4 digits to zeros. So you should get your answer 3,960,000. Okay. Now for the second one, we have to do nearest 100,000. So I divide it by 2. I get 50,000. Okay. So this will tell you you have to do 5 digits. You have to underline 5 digits. And secondly, you have to compare with this number. Okay. So I copy the question again. Okay, bandingkan 5 angka. Okay, bandingkan 5 angka, 5 digits. This 5. Is it more than 50,000? The answer is yes. Lebih daripada 50,000. So the numbers in front I have to plus 1. So I get 40. The rest you just change to 0. So the answer is 4 million. Okay, 4 million. The nearest 100,000 will be 4 million. Okay, for the last question, we have to round off to the nearest million. Okay, this is a million, 6 zeros. Divided by 2, you get 500,000. So first thing, you have 6 digits here. Ada 6 angka, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Second thing, you have to compare with these numbers. So I copy the numbers again. Okay, I underline the last 6 digits. Is it more than 500,000? Yes, it is. So for the number in front, I plus 1, I get 4. The rest, I change to zeros. So your answer is also 4 million. Okay, so your first homework for today will be this page. Now, this is not in your textbook, but don't worry, I'll be attaching this image on Google Classroom. So please go and check it out. You have to round off the numbers to the nearest 1,000, nearest 10,000, nearest 100,000, and the nearest million. Okay, so this is your first homework. Okay, let's continue to the next topic. Alright, if you feel the video is a bit long, you can always watch it another day. Okay, you don't have to watch it all at once. Now, that's why I'm recording. You can watch it anytime you like. Okay, let's look at the next topic. the relationship of decimal millions and fractional millions with whole numbers. Okay, with whole numbers. Okay, let's look at example 1. There are 950,000 species of insects on Earth. Convert 950,000 to decimal millions. So how do we convert to decimal? Alright, so we write 950,000. Okay, so to convert it, we have to divide it by a million. Alright, we are changing it to million. So I would divide it by a million. Now, how do we divide a million? Alright, there are 6 zeros. So you just have to move the decimal to the left. For how many times? 6 times. Why 6 times? Because there are 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So where do we move from? From outside here, 6 times to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I put the decimal here. Now we cannot start the number with this, with point. We have to put a 0 in front. So we get 0.95 million. Okay, 0.95 million. 950,000 is less than a million. Okay, so the first number is 0. State 6.5 million in 6,500,000 in decimal million. Okay, like what I did just now, 6,500,000, I divide it by a million. Okay, I divide it by a million. So you can cross the equal number of zeros. Okay, potong sifar yang sama bilangan. So you see I cross 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I cross 5 zeros, potong 5 sifar, bawah pun sama. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yang tinggal ialah 65 divided by 10. Okay, so 65 divided by 10, only 1 0, so you move 1 time to the left point. You get 6.5 million. Okay, so this is what I taught you just now. You divide it by a million, you move 6 zeros to the left. Can you see 6 times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 point. You get 6.5 million. Why should the decimal point be moved 6 places? Because there are 6 zeros. Ada 6 sifar dalam sejuta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, just now what we did is from whole number, nombor bulat, we change it to decimal million. Okay, yang ada perpuluhan. So what we did was we divide it by 1 million. Now the other way around, we want to change decimal million, change to whole number, we have to times a million. Okay, we have to times a million. So look at this question, convert 0.1 million to a whole number. So you have to times a million. Now when you times, you move the decimal to the right. Okay, when you times. When you divide, you move to the left. Okay, so same thing here, we have to move 6 times because there are 6 zeros. Okay, so from 0.1, we move 6 times. Okay, I know I'm going to move 6 times, so I can just write maybe 6 zeros here or 5 zeros. Then we move 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until the last part, until the last space. Okay, so once you move 6 times, you get 100,000. So 0.1 million is equal to 100,000. Number 4, 7.09 million convert to whole number. Okay, so decimal, this is decimal, perpuluhan, to whole number, nombor bulat, we have to times. Okay, we have to times a million. Alright, so times a million, you have to move 6 times to the right. Remember, times to the right. So from here, 7.09. Okay, let me write again for you. I can write a few zeros first. 6 times to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, until the last space, then you get your whole number. So this is your whole number, 7,090,000. Okay, so today I only give you one homework, which is rounding off the numbers. So please do this exercise in your exercise book and submit your work on Google Classroom. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.